Picture a beautiful ceramic bowl. It's perfect. The glaze is smooth, the shape is flawless. Now, imagine it slips from your hands and shatters on the floor. What is your first reaction? For most of us, it's a flash of frustration, a sense of loss. We see a failure, a broken thing that has lost its value. Our instinct is to sweep up the pieces and throw them away. Or if we try to repair it, we do so with the intention of hiding the damage. We use clear glue, trying desperately to make the cracks invisible, to pretend the fall never happened, to restore it to its original perfect state. We believe that its value lies in its flawlessness. But in Japan, there is an ancient art form that offers a radically different philosophy. It's called Kintsugi. It's the art of repairing broken pottery, but instead of hiding the cracks, the artists highlight them. They use a special lacquer mixed with powdered gold, silver, or platinum. They don't just fix what is broken. They illuminate the scars, making them the most beautiful part of the object. Now, think about how we treat ourselves. Isn't it the same? We are living in a culture that worships the illusion of perfection. We scroll through social media feeds that are, in reality, carefully curated museums of flawless lives, perfect holidays, perfect families, perfect careers. We apply filters to our photos and to our personalities, terrified of showing a crack in the facade. This pressure bleeds into every corner of our lives. At work, it becomes a form of paralysis. We delay launching the project, convinced it's not quite ready. We spend weeks polishing a single presentation, terrified of a typo. We hesitate to speak up, worried our idea isn't revolutionary enough. We chase an impossible standard, and the chase leaves us feeling exhausted and perpetually behind. This fear of imperfection doesn't just stall our careers, it starves our souls. We hide our past failures like they are scars of shame. We are afraid to be vulnerable in our relationships, to say I was wrong or I need help. We present a version of ourselves that is strong and seamless, but in doing so, we prevent anyone from seeing who we truly are, from connecting with the real, beautifully imperfect person beneath. We are trying to be the unbroken bowl, and the effort is breaking us. This is where the wisdom of Kintsugi becomes a revolutionary guide for life. The turning point is not to try harder to be perfect, but to completely redefine what it means to be whole. The Kintsugi artist believes the bowl is more beautiful for having been broken. The golden seams are not a mark of failure. They are a testament to the object's history, a map of its resilience. The breakage is not an accident to be hidden, but an event that is now part of its unique story. So what if we applied this to our own lives? What if our flaws, our mistakes, our moments of breaking weren't liabilities? What if they were the very things that made us more valuable, more resilient, and infinitely more interesting? The paradigm shift is this. Stop trying to hide your cracks. Start seeing them as the veins of gold that they are. This isn't just a beautiful idea. It is a practical strategy for a better life. First, we must reframe our failures, that business that didn't succeed. That's not a shameful scar. That is a brilliant golden seam of experience in marketing, finance, and grit that you now carry with you. That relationship that ended, it's not a sign you are broken. It is a rich, complex pattern of lessons on communication and self-worth. When you learn from a mistake, you are tracing the crack with gold. Second, we must practice self-compassion as an art form. When you make a mistake, when you break, treat yourself like a Kintsugi master treats a precious bowl. Don't throw yourself away with harsh self-criticism. Instead, begin the gentle, deliberate process of repair. Ask, what is the lesson here? How can this experience make me stronger? This is how you mix the gold. Finally, we must embrace the power of good enough. Perfectionism is the enemy of progress. The Kintsugi mindset encourages action. It's better to create a good enough painting and learn from its imperfections than to stare at a blank canvas, waiting for the perfect idea.
It's better to live a real, messy, good enough life than to perform a perfect, empty one. Your imperfections are proof that you are living, trying, and growing. They are not signs of weakness. They are the marks of courage. The world doesn't need any more perfect, unbroken people. The world needs you with all your beautiful, golden repairs. Your history is not something to be erased. It is something to be honored. Your scars tell a story of survival, of resilience, of a strength you wouldn't have if you had never been broken. So here's your first step in practicing this art. Identify one crack from your past, a failure, a mistake, or a vulnerability you've been hiding this week. Your task is not to fix it, but simply to look at it differently. Ask yourself, what is the golden lesson hidden within this crack? How has it, in some small way, made me who I am today? That is the beginning of Kintsugi for the soul. That is how you turn your story into art.